I'm Dando. I'm a Professor of Cognitive Psychology at the University of Wolverhampton. My role as the Athena SWAN champion within the Institute of Psychology in particular is to promote and embed the Athena SWAN chartership. I'm a senior academic now, but I've only been an academic since 2008. Prior to that, I had a previous career as a police officer working with the Metropolitan Police in central London. I left the Metropolitan Police, took a career break to become a parent full-time, largely because at that time the opportunities for females to work at the same time as raise a family within the police environment were at best limited. And I accepted that because I knew that when I joined the police service. So I took a career break, and during that period I didn't want to just be at home, so I decided to return to education, and I took my first undergraduate degree in psychology, and that was immediately followed by a PhD in applying cognitive psychology to law. So I completed my PhD in 2008, and I then immediately was fortunate to get a postdoc opportunity, fixed term, but during that fixed term I was able to pick up teaching experience as well, and then I got my first lectureship. I completed 2 or 3 years as a lecturer, and then I applied for a job at the University of Wolverhampton. I joined as a reader, and I've been recently promoted to a professor. The Athena SWAN project, I think, will help to bring about some fairly fundamental changes, because first and foremost, a lot of my colleagues, both male and female colleagues, haven't really thought about the fact that we need to bring about strategic changes in the way in which we run the department to ensure that women have opportunity. I am working with my two particular female colleagues at the moment to ensure that their application for promotion is competitive as it can be. And that means, one of them is part-time, that means we have to start in advance of the typical process of preparing ourselves for promotion. So I hope that we're going to see some progression. By 2017, which is the time when we're looking to put in our submission for an Athena SWAN Silver Award, I would hope that by that time I'll have worked with my female colleagues for 2 years, that we will have got some progression, so that I will have some of my female colleagues in particular will have worked up a level in their academic career, and also that we will start to help our male colleagues to understand the benefits of a mixed gender environment at all levels of academia. They're the two changes that I would like to see. All of my colleagues in the Institute of Psychology, whether they be male or female, are all being encouraged to be involved, because we recognise as an institute that the Athena SWAN Silver, if we were to be successful, is a very good award for us, because it acknowledges that to the outside world that we are an inclusive mixed department of academics, and that we have procedures and practices in place that allow women in particular to progress. So myself and the other 3 Athena SWAN champions have put together an Athena SWAN self-assessment committee, and that comprises males and females from all of the departments that are involved. So I've encouraged my male colleagues to become involved, because it's obviously important that they don't feel excluded. Anybody who would like to get involved in assisting the Institute of Psychology, but also the other departments, to achieve Athena SWAN Silver, are being encouraged to think about and publicise the way in which they're adjusting their practices and procedures to support women. My vision, I suppose, as the Athena SWAN champion for psychology, is that we will have a good, truly cross-gender representation across the academic structure. What I would like to see is that as we move on to senior lecturers and principal lecturers, that we get much more of a 50-50 mix, because there is no reason why we shouldn't have that, because psychology as a science is very, very good at attracting women. There's something about the subject and the scientific rigour associated with psychology that attracts women in equal numbers and often more than men. So it must be something to do with the academic progression and the structure of the nature of the progression that is putting women off. I think women should be able to progress, and I think that we are going to work really hard in psychology to get women to apply for jobs. So that's what I would like to see, and I think we're well placed to do that because we've got a good starting point. So we want to help women to stay in science once they've entered it, and more importantly to progress within science.